Ah, they timed that quite nicely. As you can probably hear, we are using an MSU, which is basically an external music back. One of the fun things you can do with that and the randomizer is customize which music appears in which places, so you can set them up so each dungeon has its own music, each boss has its own music. Different sections of things can have different music in some cases, like I think the basement of Aghanim, or main part of Hyrule Castle and Aghanim's Tower can be separate music. The basement at Ganon's Tower and the Tower Klein can be separate music. You can have different music on the Overworld after you pull the Pedestal. You can have different music in the Dark World after you have all the crystals. Anyway, we're about at starting time, so let's do the actual intro. Hello, everyone! This is Sarah Fallon. We are playing the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Randomizer, and I seem to have forgotten to turn off Palette Shuffle. That's okay. Cameras will be a little odd. Anyway, we are playing Retrance, which is a combination of retro mode and entrance randomizer. I think I've done both of these separately before for the channel, but to briefly recap, entrance shuffle means all the connections between the overworlds, Light World, Dark World, and the indoor areas, so dungeons, caves, houses, etc., those are all shuffled around, so you could walk into, say, the Elder's house in Kakariko Village, find yourself in a fairy cave. You could walk into, let's say, Eastern Palace, and find Desert Palace, one entrance to that. Come out another entrance to Desert Palace, and hey, you're in the Dark World somewhere. We are not using the Insanity Shuffle, so all entrances are two-way. If you go in one door and come out the same door, you'll be back where you came from. There is a more chaotic setting that does not guarantee that. We're not using that. So at least things will be predictable and not moving around on us while we're playing the game. Well, actually, even Insanity Shuffled, they don't change in real time. It's just that the doorway in and the doorway out can be separate places. Anyway, because that gets messy, I do have a notes I'm keeping. This has stuff from the Christmas daily challenge, so just clear this out. Basically, anytime I find something interesting or useful that I can't completely deal with at the time, that will get noted in there, so I can find it later. And retro mode is a thing they came up with that makes the game behave somewhat more like Legend of Zelda, the original. So instead of having keys that are specific to dungeons, all the small keys are universal. Any small key you find can work in any dungeon. You can take them between dungeons and with you wherever. They have what they call the rupee bow, which means instead of having a bow with arrows, you have a bow and it consumes rupees to shoot, but you need to buy a quiver first. On that note, some of the shops will be changed so that some will have the quiver. That's an A, not an E. Retrance, and it is January 11th, so we'll do that. As usual, I'm using the random player sprite. This looks like the DS Zelda girl, I think. But yeah, universal keys, rupee bow, and the other main thing Retro does is that certain randomly selected, unimportant single entrance houses or caves will be replaced with what they call pick any case. So there'll be a few of them that give you a choice of a blue potion, for which you need an empty bottle, or an extra heart container. And there will be one that has basically the "it's dangerous to go alone, take this guy," who will give you a sword upgrade. Or your first sword, if that's the thing you find first. So start for your house. Our very first item this time is a heart container piece. Random sword settings, so we don't start with a sword. Did I even hit this guy from here? sometimes. Hoping to get bombs. Full magic isn't bad. But yes, you do want to get bombs because you never know when you find something that needs to be blown up. If you look at the HUD, you'll see that there is nothing between bombs and keys, not even the arrow symbol. That means I don't yet have a quiver. It will continue to not have an arrow count there, even after getting a quiver. Okay, Tier 1 tree pool is just hearts. And because we're on entrance shuffle, this could be anything that you could drop into. This is Magic Bat. So, I'll note that Uncle Dropdown is Magic Bat. Might need to come back for that once we have Powder or Cane and Mushroom. You can chuck bombs at these guys. It's kind of fun, actually. But yeah, guards are definitely in the magic drop pack, which means we will not be getting any bombs from them. And Hyrule Castle itself is a shop with bombs. No keys or quiver, but I should probably note that. Alright, let's see where Sanctuary is. So, Entrance Shuffle normally is set up so that, I think it might be different on Insanity setting, but normally, Link's house will always be at Link's house. Sanctuary, on the other hand, could be in anything that's a drop-down connector. So we're in the woods this time, which means the actual back of Escape will be in this hole. But there's not much point to going there right now because I have no bombs. The hammer will be very handy, though. It is nice to get a weapon. But, yeah, let's head north first. Check out the entrances up here. Okay, bush crab is money. Or possibly arrows. One of the effects of Rupee Bow is that arrows are replaced with money. Okay. Anyway, let's note that forest drop down equals sanctuary. And that forest back goes to TR left. See if I can backtrack far enough to get anything. I can at least pick up a bomb or two here, I think. Wrong pot. It's magic. It's money. Yeah, and the bunny sprite is just... Huh. How come I can't go through the door? Yeah, bunny sprite just looks like a bunny. So that's not terribly exciting. Yeah, this is at least appropriate music for here. We've got that Charvano layer for Turtle Rock. Try and take this out to get the key. Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to this later. Hammer is clumsy and with 3 hearts and no armor. Yeah. We've got the Millennial Fair music on the overworld, which, again, appropriate. Alright, here's Uncle. So we will not need to beat Aghanim to get access to this, which is good. Uncle just has some money, though. And in here... that key would have come in handy a minute ago. But for now, we'll just hang on to it. Note that the key stays displayed on your HUD even though we're not in a dungeon, because keys are universal. They can go anywhere, take them anywhere, use them anywhere. There's the brewery with 20 bucks. Alright. Let's head over to the sanctuary entrance and see what's there. Can't get in there without a glove. Can't get in Bonk Rocks without the boots. Okay, that's just this useless fairy. So no need to come back to that. Yeah, I feel like I need to practice with the hammer more. Alright, in here... Okay, this is Lumberjack bombs. I do need bombs, so might as well grab those. I think that's 3 drop-downs left to check, so... One of them will be Ganon, so that's... Kakariko Well might be Ganon. The Magic Bat spot might be Ganon, and Ganon might be in his vanilla location. In which case we'll have to clear Ganon's Tower, which is not normally required in Entrance Shuffle. Can't go all the way to Zora, but we can check this entrance. And in the Witch's Hut... oh, right, this is Fart Cave. Or Ajina. Good for you. There's a bow. We cannot use the bow yet, though. Because you need a quiver. But as soon as I find a shop that sells a quiver, if I have enough money to actually buy it, we'll be able to shoot things. But it will cost money. And at the moment, we're a bit low on cash. Okay, those can drop them, but I was being chased by a guard. That dropped nothing. So, inconclusive. Bombs. Try to stock up a little. So, things that would normally drop a lot of cash are in the bomb prize pack. Although they're not dropping anything at the moment. There's one. Alright, so we have a few entrances to check over here. There's the cave. Okay, this is Spectacle Rock. So this is a connector. Let's note that. Cave outside Eastern goes to Spec Rock. Let's see what's down here. Let's also grab some health because we're a bow and the hammer is an unwieldy weapon. Yeah, early stages of Entrance Randomizer are just trying to find where things are. That was lucky. Yeah, I don't like those. Okay, so this comes out to checkerboard. So not really useful as a connector, but at least I won't have to check that later. And see what's in here. Okay, that's useless. And I didn't mean to do that, but it works as well as anything. Let's explore Kakariko. Which has a ton of entrances, which means it could have a lot of value. Yeah. Start with the fortune tellers because it's there. Okay, this is, yeah, graveyard ledge. We'll take the keys. Keys are always good. In this mode, they're effectively worth 100 rupees, although not if you have more than you need. It's not like you can cash them in. Okay. That arrow is a quiver, but I don't have enough money for it. So, good to know. I'll mark that. Elder right equals key quiver shop. Of course, we have the present day, present town music in the town. Elder left goes to a dark cave. Okay, this is the side of Ice Rod Cave that just goes to fairies. So not immediately useful. Not really useful at all. Okay, the well is at the well. That's good. Means we can just go in and grab the stuff now. But it also means we're that much closer to have Ganon in his usual spot, which would mean having to clear Ganon's tower. Okay, money is good. There's the ice rod. That's also not bad. So I can afford whatever this is. Bombs. Left snitch has mini mold arm. Yeah. Not the best idea. I should probably just throw bombs at them. That's what most runners do anyway. Wait, I have Ice Rod, don't I? Just got it. But yeah, I can use the Ice Rod to kill those, I think. No shortage of magic, so yeah. Let's do that. Anyway, this music pack is the Chrono Trigger Synthetic Origins, which is basically Chrono Trigger music with remixed instrumentation. Remastered. Those things are annoying. Oh, we're through anyway. Little health will help. Some money. I can go buy that quiver now. Keys some bombs. So, nothing terribly important, but the money will help. Let's get that quiver now while I'm thinking about it. Alright, we now have a arrow symbol in the HUD. That means we can spend, I think it's 20 or 10 rupees to fire one arrow. Might have been 5. But arrows are now an option, if not great. Sure you did. Okay, we have Hotel Mario %, which is completely meaningless, but apparently it makes people happy. That's the guy that would normally be in here. We have another 5-item cave. So far, nothing important, though. Just money. Also kind of interesting, I haven't found any connectors in the village yet, which is unusual. I feel like there's usually 3 or 4. A mirror will be nice to have. Especially in Entrance Shuffle with crossed entrances. Because we could pop out of anywhere in the Dark World. Okay. So Sick Kid House goes to... bottom of Super Bunny. I can get through there, but I want to look around the rest of the area first. There's a fairy. Okay. Library with bombs, don't need to go back for that, so not even going to bother mentioning it on my notes. Here's our first bikini. More health at this point is a very good thing. And in the tavern... a lamp. I will definitely take that. I can actually see what's in that dark cave. That was Elder left. Okay, that's the Old Man Rescue Cave. That will go up to the mountain. Let's see what's over at the, not lumberjack, the blacksmith. So in the drop-down is this. I think that means Ganon is at the pyramid at this point. Okay, here's Hera. That's our first dungeon found. No, second, because we found Turtle Rock already. You can at least do part of this. Let's not bother picking up 5 rupees, that's not really worth it. The crack in the pyramid leads to a fairy fountain, so not useful. And it did not get the big key, and we don't have the hook shot, so it's either go through the basement or... yeah, I guess we'll go through the basement. There we go. Not sure why this music for this dungeon, but I guess it works. Just need to wait this out as usual. Not the most exciting gameplay. That's why they call it coffee break room. Oh, nice. So I have a lamp. There it is. And that, of course, is the big key, because it has to be. But yeah, I can full clear the dungeon. Might as well go for it. If I'm really lucky, there might be a sword here. But I'm not counting on it. Flip that so we have access to health later if we need it. Okay, I think we have both items already. But no, there's an extra item because the key's not necessarily in the pool. I'm terrible at that bomb jump, so I won't even try it. Just do this in the intended way. And it's the map. That should mean there's something on the boss, at least. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of blue rupees. I think those are what replaced the arrows. So we will likely be seeing more blue rupees than usual. And of course, with that dungeon music, you have to have this as the boss music. Nothing else makes sense. Surprised that hit. One more hit will do it. And there we go. That went pretty smoothly. Hold arm can be an issue. There's ether. We may or may not need that. But Hera is fully clear. So that's our first dungeon and our first crystal. Just about half an hour in. And I probably should have checked what this is first, but it's just as fast to do it this way. Okay, so that's most of Kakariko cleared out. I do still have the Super Bunny cave to check in the Sick Kid house. And of course the Southern Village. There's 3 entrances down here. There's also the left side of the race game, which you cannot get to normally, because you can't just go through the house with entrances being shuffled. Always nice to have the hammer when you find in a cave. Because it means you can just go ahead and get whatever's here, and it's just bombs. But I don't have to worry about coming back here later now. Okay, right side of this house is just a shop. This is normally one of the useless chess games. It's the right side of desert. Yeah, but see what's on the race game and then give that a look. So be able to get at least one item and check 2 other entrances. Okay, there is armor on race game. I'll probably go ahead and get that once I have access to it. But we'll most likely need to mirror from the Dark World. Oh, right, because of keys I can just go straight to right side. one of the advantages of retro. There's a big key. Music feels a bit out of place, but it's nice. And again, I'm not really sure there is anything on the Chrono Trigger soundtrack that really feels desert. Yeah, money doesn't hurt, especially with the rupee bill. Yeah, I think the only really deserty area in Chrono Trigger was the... Okay, hints are on, but that's not a useful one. It's the... what do they call it? The subterranean... or the... that one cave in the side quest where you're regrowing the forests. And the music there isn't really desert, it's more general mysterious happening. Okay, so that's all we can get out of the dungeon for now. But there are the two other entrances to check. Okay, this is Graveyard Ledge. So, not useful, but good to know about. That at least means I don't need to check that later. And I guess it's sort of a shortcut to King's Tomb. Okay, the main door goes to, what do they call it, safety ledge. This is the bunny music is an interesting choice. But I guess it does kind of sound kind of farcical. Alright, so this goes to here. That's another connector. Alright, what do I even call this? Safety light world. So here's another connector. And this goes to Mimic Cave, so that's useless. At least we can go back easily enough. I guess you can't go around that. Could have put down a bomb and picked it up to walk through the portal without going through the portal, but it seems like a waste of resources, really. So yeah, there's a ton of entrances to check up here. There's also Super Bunny Cave back in Kakariko still. And the Old Man Rescue. Here's Paradox. So... now, officially you can't go in there in logic, but everyone who does randomizer races knows you can mirror through the block And here's a sword. So already it's worth it. Let's take these out the easy way. Probably should have used the ice rod. But I'm not really hurting for money at the moment, so that's fine. Right, here, we can... got too far into the corner. As I was going to say, we can bomb jump across that. There is still more of the mountain to check, but... I think that's close enough. Yep. Alright, Paradox Middle is Mire area. Let's check this area while we're here. Oh. Some of that's deep water, and I can't see which isn't. That's one of the problems with Palette Shuffle. Sometimes it gives you nonsense like that. So I can mirror to get to Checkerboard Cave, but we've already gone out of that, so we know it's not useful. You can also mirror to get in the back of Desert, or what would be the back of Desert. Right, it's the other entrance. It's not behind that, it's behind the main. Yeah, this is Bumper Cave. Can't do anything with it now, but it's one that's worth noting. Desert back goes to Bumper bottom. Oh, I don't get stuck in the wall. Yeah. Alright, need to wait to... There we go. There's that little delay before you can warp back, and it's a little longer if you don't walk out of the sparkle. Okay, that's useless. Need Quake for the main Mire entrance, and have the Moon Pearl. Didn't check what this item was earlier, but it's worth picking up. Okay, Desert left entrance is back of Desert. Which... I'm pretty sure I can just clear this now. Yeah. Alright, it's in the bottom left in the first one. I keep getting those mixed up for some reason. Alright, make sure I'm on a weapon and not the mirror. It doesn't even have to be a weapon, I just don't want to accidentally mirror out. You don't need to pick up the dungeon keys, but you always want to because it saves you having to buy more keys or find. Air is replaced with money. Let's try to ice rod these. The timing's kind of tricky, though. Because ice rod shots are weirdly sluggish. But that worked pretty well. That was quick. It's the map. I guess we've already found all the items. I haven't been counting. But yeah, that's desert clear, except for what's on the torch, and the torch was useless, so... That's 2 crystals. And if I stand in the right spot, I can also get in the desert main entrance. I think you can actually just go from there. Yep, that works. It's Ganon's Tower. It's appropriate music for it. And with the hammer, we can actually check a few things. I was going to say a decent amount, but you really need the boots or the hookshot to hit any significant amount of the left side in logic. There's the mushroom. We haven't found potion shop yet, so I don't know where the item will be. Okay, we want boots for that. Well, we want boots anyway, but we definitely want boots for that glove. Note that down. Glove on torch. And I think this is an easy enough bomb jump. Guess not. Okay, I don't know how to do this, so we'll leave for now. Now, I'll be caught in the head with this one, huh? Okay, so we got in here through... I should have that noted down. Paradox. Through the right side head. And I can't see the deep water. I think you could go around this side? Yeah. Alright, I can still check the top entrance. Right, because we're on cross-entrance shuffle, whether you're in bunny mode or not in an indoor area depends on which world you came in through. And it also affects what some of the enemies are functionally, although they'll look the same regardless. Okay. So top of Paradox goes to here. Can bunny walk around the area to check a few entrances anyway. We can't check these town entrances because you can't grab the pitchfork. But you can check this, you can check the fortune tower, you can mirror to... Okay, here's bomb shop. Sea house is bomb shop. Chess game is just an empty house. I can go and check what's on the west side of the Rolling Brothers and grab that armor off a race game. Can't get to the smith yet. You do need the Titansmiths as well as the Moon Pearl. Go over and check Cave 45. I can check the Bomb Shop and Swamp Palace entrances. Oh, I didn't want to jump off there. Yeah. I'm so used to jumping off of that to get to the digging game. I have to come to it from this side, on the top. No. A little too far up. Okay, so the entrance is Misery Mire. Which has appropriately foreboding music, and I can't do anything here anyway, because I don't have the hookshot and I don't have the boots. But we can come over here and grab the armor. With the mirror, we don't need to worry about death warping, so there's no disadvantage to being more survivable. Alright, Air Game has fairies. With the singing mountain music, which the game never actually used. Yeah, the Chrono Trigger pre-release has, on the east side of the Prehistoria map, there's like a mountain area you can see, and it's speculated that's where that would have been used. Right, this was K45. So back of Hookshot Cave, which we can't do anything else in at the moment. We'll go somewhere. And that somewhere is completely useless. Desert East. It does at least get us back in the light world, but that's not something that's a problem with the mirror anyway. Alright, we cannot get to Stumpy with Sabunny because there's the bushes in the way. Link's house is not randomized, but the bomb shop is. Let's see if I've already found it elsewhere. Here's Swamp. Okay. Yeah, this is appropriate music. The underground waterway. How did they fit? Can you read as a bunny? You can. Yeah, we'll need the Moon Pearl and the Flippers and to find the dam before we can do anything there. Obviously can't use bombs as a bunny, so we can't get into the Hype Cave entrance. But Swamp itself is open. So you can just walk right in here. And it's the back of Skull Woods. With the prehistoric dungeon music. I could do a bunny revive, but I'd rather explore the light world a bit. that, which has nothing of importance. There's an entrance over here we can check, but only the one at the moment. It's Pod. Okay, so Desert Path Ferry equals Pod. You can actually do a fair amount here between keys and the bow and the hammer. Actually, I think it's full clearable if we find enough keys. There's one. Yes, I know that. The trouble with hints is they have no way of knowing whether they're useful when you find them. Or at all. Might as well conserve money. Yeah, this hallway is annoying without boots. More health. Actually, let's just... Oh, I can't just go straight to the boss. I need the big key. Get the... I think they call it the arena chest. Be a little closer. There it goes. Let's skip the basement for the moment to do the back of the dungeon. So it'd be a great time for a hammer jump, but I've never learned that, so it's not on the table. There's a bomb jump you can use here to clip into the railing and get to the big chest without going through the locked door. Armless Hellway has the Moon Pearl. That is a big find. But suddenly the Dark World is useful. Actually, it's kind of been useful already. It's given access to a few things anyway. But the point is, Dark World stuff is now on the table for actual item usage in combat and all that. There's the big key. That's a convenient place to find it. That's this way. Yeah, I wouldn't want to try to do this in the dark, because I get lost even without the darkness. Or at least make wrong turns. That's magic powder. And I do want to try to save a key, so I won't unlock the middle door. Even though it takes longer this way. Although honestly, I can just buy more keys, so not sure why I'm bothering. Ah, that's nice. I'm not sure if you can actually kill those. It's sideways. Didn't the hammer one-shot these? I guess they just have a weird damage table. Yeah, because hammer, bonk, and master sword spin attack do tempered sword damage, which is usually 2 slashes from the master sword. But not in this case, apparently. Kind of wiggling diagonally makes them push it a little faster. That's a hit I didn't need to take. Yeah, something about this music feels fitting for the Palace of Darkness. Worked okay. Alright, we're through the turtle's room. It's very nice to have a lamp there. And with plenty of bombs, let's use a few. Didn't do that very well. Alright, we'll just finish it off with the hammer then. The mask car, anyway. One more spin should do it, I think. Or 2 slashes. Same difference. There's a key. Weirdly appropriate. Okay, I think I grabbed everything. Did I check the Bajinist Cave? Pretty sure I jumped down from Checkerboard earlier and looked inside. Just double check. Yeah, check that. There are some things here I wanted to check in Kakarika. Yeah, there's Super Bunny Cave. And there was the Old Man Rescue Cave. So Super Bunny was Sick Kid. We're up to 3 crystals already. But I still haven't found half the dungeons. Or Ganon. So, yeah, you can mirror through these blocks to get through this more quickly, but it's never required. You can just go up the stairs and drop down. There's the bug catching net, but no bottles. So currently it doesn't do me any good. Okay, and now at Super Bunny we come to... This is actually pretty convenient. Sick Kid to the bottom of Super Bunny Cave to Spec Rock main entrance. Check the other entrances on the east side of the mountain. West side, rather. I can go over and check the east side from some connector, but I forget which one. Check my notes for that. Right, Desert Palace. Because that comes out on the Turtle Rock safety ledge, from which you can mirror to Light World. Here's Ice Rod Cave in the glaring pink. Today, Barbie has bombs. One of these entrances has to be the Old Man Rescue Cave, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get him back to the spot where you consider to have rescued him. This is not it. Obviously. Of course, it could be the Hera entrance. This is the Capacity Fairy. Let's refill on bombs and have some more on hand. Yeah, I'll mark that down just so it's noted in case I want to come back here later. Go. Oh, and I never checked the back of Escape either. I'll have to go do that at some point. Yep, here's the Old Man Rescue Cave. So that will be the other side of the Dark's one in Eldercraft. So that's another way to get up the mountain. The Old Man slows you down a bit. Slows you down a lot if you're trying to dash, but you don't have the boots anyway. I don't have the hook shot, so I can't cross the lower bridge, but with the mirror and hammer, we can get to the top and across the top bridge. And the Old Man's Cave is Hyrule Castle. Yeah, I suppose you wouldn't expect any other music here. Oh, well, as long as we're here, let's just go ahead and do this. There's a number of items here, and I'm pretty sure with the retro key logic, keys don't lock you out of anything because you're soon to be able to buy them. So key logic is out the window. There's our first bottle. I do like the trumpets on this track. Not to mention the percussion. And of course, this is trivial with the Master Sword. Nice bit of stun lock, and there's Quake. So we can now use the Mire entrance. Which is probably nothing, but it is an entrance. I'll take the money. Of course, there's still more of the mountain to explore, there's still more of other stuff to explore. A problem with Entrance Shuffle is you get so much branching out in so many ways that... yeah. Okay, so... Ice Castle's middle comes here. Actually, as long as I'm here... just turn in the mushroom. Because I have the Moon Pearl, I don't need to worry about turning into a bunny when I come back inside. And where does this get us? Lake's House Bonk Rocks. Alright. So I still need to check the Eastern Palace area. Right, because I went to the cave nearby and that went into Spectacle Rock. So I never actually finished checking out the area. What was in the Hyrule Castle? Oh, Magic Bat. Yeah, Uncle Dropdown was Magic Bat. I don't have the powder. Do I? I do have the powder. So I can go back and do that too. Where did I get powder? This is why most people use trackers. Here's the smith. So, useful things. Smith said Sahasrar's hut. Don't need more bombs. Yeah, you can go upstairs slightly faster by wiggling between the diagonals. Let's see what the hint tile says. Everybody is looking for something. I suppose so, but that's not helpful. I can't just go straight down because there's the rock at the bottom of the stairs. But I could have jumped off there, so... It's just about as fast this way. Don't have the gloves, so I can't use that portal. But I can check this cave. And this is the... yeah, Mountain Descent Cave. So that's a connector. Loop 5 goes to Mountain Descent. And this goes... Floating Island, that's actually quite useful. So this gives us access to not only whatever items here, but also to the top of the Dark World and Light World Desert Mountain, or Death Mountain. We'd have access to the Light World anyway through the open portal by Hera, but we would not have access up here. Turtle Rock entrance probably doesn't matter, but that's also Quake. So we have Quake, so no more medallion requirements. This is money. Might as well grab it. But not important. There's nothing else here in Dark World on that side except for... Yeah, I think I might check one of these caves. Yep, C-shaped house right here. Because the one on... Oh, there's flippers. Yeah, the one on the left was... Where is it? Bottom of Paradox. Oops. Thought I was tabbing back to that, but I didn't tab out of it in the first place. Spiral Cave. So that is a connector. It's a tavern that's useless. Alright, let's see where Spiral goes. Although it kind of hurts doing this without boots. At least the music's fitting. And it's just money. Still, I should note where this was. It goes to Spiral Cave, which will then go to... We're about to find out. Stupid beams. Yeah, that's useful. Yeah, because you can only get here with the connector, because it's not like Turtle Rock is in these caves. There's Just Game. And that also means it's the only way you can get to Mimic Cave. Unless we already came out here, which I think we did. Yeah, it was those guys. Alright, let's check the Spiral Cave entrance. I'll buy another key or two. We're probably good on keys at this point. But it never hurts to have extra. And I keep putting the mirror portals in bad spots. That I could have done over there, which would let me jump down here and check some more of these entrances. That's a fairy cave. We already checked the one behind the rocks because you jumped down there from further up. I think this is the last one I didn't check, and it's just money. Alright, this was Paradox. Yes. Alright, let's go back to Meyer, which was officially out of logic, but that's not going to stop us. So yeah, now that I have Moon Pearl and Quake, I can open this. And again, it's probably nothing, but you never know. At least now I can see the deep water. Oh no, this is a connector. So I think they call this the Fairy Ascent Cave. So we can just quickly drop down there, and that gets us to... This is actually the only way to get here, so... potentially important. Especially since that means it's also the way you get here. This, I think, was just one of the Dark World guys, though. Yeah. Okay, quick break, I'll be right back. Okay. So, have a few new things we can do. And go do the magic powder check. We can do flippers checks. We can do a lot in the dark world. We can also see where this is. So yeah, Old Man is a connector. I still haven't done the back of Sanctuary either. Alright. So now I know there's no point in opening pod, really. Let's mark that on our thing. And might as well explore the area while we're here. You can't avoid the monkey, and he will take your money. At least 10 rupees. Actually, this is pretty convenient, because I want to check the flipper checks in Hyrule Castle anyway. What happens if you try to take Kiki in a building? He doesn't like that. And if you mirror with him, he's like, no. Which is perfect. Because I wanted to get rid of him anyway. Okay, that's just a fortune teller. There's a cave down here to check. There's something neat happening in the base. Okay, so this was the other part of Spectacle Rock Cave. I think there was nothing up here, but let's double check and see what the hint says. Spike Cave is useless, okay? But is that the entrance or is that the cave itself? Probably should double check that. Where did I have Spec Rock noted? There. A drop down there that goes back to checkerboard, which is useless, so let's not do that. There's another cave just out here. We can mirror to get hobo item. We can mirror to check Hyrule Castle. Speaking of which, here's Aga Tower. So, there's no point to going and beating him, but there are 2 chests in here, which I can get both of. Magus Castle. I guess that fits. The bottle? And with the lamp, this is in logic. But it's just money. I'll note that I got all the items. Right, this, if you're able to do it, is the fastest way to get under the bridge. And we'll do the other flipper checks later. But nothing of consequence there. However, we can see what's on the pyramid. We can check Magic Bat. And we can check the top of Hyrule Castle. Yeah, this will say get the crystals and defeat his minion at the top of the tower. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ganon is in the pyramid, because I'm 95% certain we've checked all the other drop-downs. There's probably a faster way to do that. I should have mirrored in the courtyard. Oh no, you have to drop down anyway. So, no, this is the fastest way. And it's nothing. But I'll take the health. And that's something I can check off the list now. Other useful stuff, Magic Bat is no longer. Should have enough for a tier 2 now. There's bombs. And that mirror spot I remember from seeing several inverted races where people were trying to mirror to the pyramid item from the light worlds and doing the wrong spot repeatedly. Right here you can just come up to, I think the corner here is fine. Barely. Right, here's Waterfall Fairy. Grease a bee and see what's in the refill. Green potion. That's worth noting anyway. Yeah, and it's refreshed the... Yeah, I stood there long enough that it tried to throw in another bottle. This is good. Got the V side out. 5 more items. I could mirror block a race, come to think of it. But usually when you come here, you don't have the mirror, so that's not an option. But the boots are definitely going to come in handy. Actually, I kind of want to go straight back to Ganon's Tower to get those gloves. But we'll finish checking the area first. Turtle Rock. This is the only way to get to the big chest. But I don't have the big key yet, so I can't actually do anything with it. Although, as I recall, you can backtrack pretty... But really? Yeah. Pack yourself in a corner, plant a bomb, it pushes you into the railing, and then you come over here. And I can go get off a chest like I was trying to earlier. Except now with actual health and equipment. That's also helpful. Excuse me. Yeah. Getting mucus in my throat. I hate when that happens. Yeah, I don't really have any items that would be useful at the moment. Maybe the ice rod to hit the switches, or bombs or arrows. This room is just annoying. But with armor, they're not as bad. Although at this point, I just want to take a death so I can restart from the entrance. No point in going any further without the cane. So that's everything I can do in Turtle Rock for now. Let's go ahead and do flipper checks while I'm sort of in the area. Might as well open up Bonk Rocks too. What is that? That's Paradox? No. Hyrule Castle, which will get me to the Dark Magic Shop, which is actually convenient in some ways. Yeah, because if I go through here, I can get to the Eastern Dark World. Go jump in the lake, do the... yeah, the checks near that. You're back to the lake where I'll finish the flipper checks. I should get the gloves first, though. So to get the gloves, Meyer was... where's that connector? That's the wrong one. Paradox. But it's kind of awkward to get to that. I want the Light World Mountain. Yeah, this is the trouble with Entrance Shuffle. It gets to be a lot to keep track of. Okay, floating island, flute 5. Yeah, I can do that. Guess I want the gloves before I go over there because there's the big rock you can pick up. Alright, so this took us up the floating island. And if you jump, yeah, if you run too far there, you bonk into the left wall. And at that point, you fall in the pit and have to start the room over. So it was, the Mire access was through... where is it? Right, Paradox. And I'm going to get to that through the Twin Cave left in the Light World. So down here. Did I have the turbo set up still? Yeah. I'll just hover this. This is not a race-sanctioned hover. This is turbo hover. Alright, so Mire. And from Mire, why did I want to come here? Oh, right, Agate Tower. Or GT, rather. It's in Desert, Maine. Which is here. And now you want to go from the other side of this. Sorry. I'm confusing this with inverted again. It's inverted, you can hug the back of the Desert Palace entrance to get to here, I think. Or no, not even. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm confusing it with then. It's before you open it that hugging the back of it gets you there. Once it's opened, then it's moved, so... Okay. It's moved so things are off of alignment, so that doesn't work anymore. Alright, I can get to at least one more thing with the boots. I think? Yeah, you can barely get across that. That. And this is in logic, by the way. At least if it's using advanced logic. Have to use bombs here because I don't have anything else that can flip that. Yeah, you can't use the teleporter when you're in invincibility frames. Right, this is out of logic at this point, but this bomb jump is easy. Why am I menuing? Just as long as I'm close enough to the edge. By being in that narrow corridor, you're funneled into the correct direction automatically. And I might as well get all I can from here while I'm here. Might save me a trip later. Nothing too useful yet. Well, the ferry doesn't hurt, and I will always take keys and money. Bonk around the corner there, not waste time going through that teleporter twice. I don't have the big key. Alright, let's do ice armors. Not exactly sure how much platform there is there, but it's safer to take the helmet beetle out first. There's some red mail. Alright. Time for killing with cash. I think this is the one I hit already. Yeah, much cleaner to do that with arrows than without. Get in the door. And there's the big key. So I can get the big chest now and even theoretically do the tower climb. But I don't really want to. It's the compass. Yeah, we have a lot of new entrances to check, so let's go check them. Starting with the one on the way out of desert. Yep, under the rock down here. Those birds tend to give up pretty easily. Dark World Murder-dactyls do not. Actually, did I ever check this cave? I did not. Right, because when I was here early on, I didn't have bombs. Alright, that's another fairy cave. There's also Mini Moldorm. It's another pickaninny. I think that's all of them except the one with the sword. Okay, into the Dark World. Did I remember to check Stumpy? I don't think I did. And Race Game. Let's do this first and then come back this way. Also Bonk Rocks. Need to remember that in entrance rando. Oh, half magic is our reward for turning in the mushroom, and this is the magic shop. So if I want blue potions later, Earthling Bonk is potion shop. And I still need to check the back of Sanctuary. Again, that's the thing with Entrance Shuffle, is you tend to have so many things to open to you that it's hard to keep track of it all. And it's very easy to leave things behind. Okay, nothing important, but we do want to check that. Actually, was Aero Game something? I feel like it was. No, it just fairies. Never mind. Got the nice dreary music for the Dark World. 1 dig for 10 bombs. At least it's fast. Alright, let's mark the left side of the Agatera's done. Left side. Except Topos room is done in GT. Alright, back where I was going. See, wasn't the Swamp Palace entrance a dungeon? Yes, Swamp was the back of Skullwoods, which I can do. It's out of logic without the fire rod, but it's not difficult to do it with the lamp and a bomb jump in Entrance Shuffle. Because if it's not Entrance Shuffle, you need the fire rod to get in there at all in the first place. This way. I always do that. There's a big key. Yeah, and the main body of the dungeon will be in the woods, like it always is. Although there'll be the entrances themselves will be scrambled around. Right, I think you can ether these. Yes. You can tell by it making the vulnerable noise. Now. The relatively tricky part. And it's as simple as that. You back up against the wall, slide to the side, drop a bomb, it knocks you across the gap, and you can use the lamp. I'm trying to hit it into the spike, but it's not cooperating with placement. There we go. Spikes do gold sword damage. So if you can knock something into the spike that's not immune to Gold Sword, it will take a good chunk of damage. Moth is immune to Gold Sword. Randomizer does something to remove that immunity, but the spikes still don't hurt it, so knocking it into spikes will still not hurt it. Still an annoying fight. There we go. With red mail on that much health, it's not a real threat, but it is still annoying. It's just a pendant, but you clear what you can. For all I know, there might be something on Pedestal. Alright, with the flippers, we can go check what's known as the Dark World Shopping Mall. And from there, the Light World Shopping Mall. And the other flippers checks. Assuming I don't get sidetracked again. Which is not a safe bet, especially in Entrance Shuffle. Those are why you don't normally try to fake flipper over here, even if you have the option. That's a fake rock. Okay, here's ice. I don't think I have bombos. No, no bombos, no fire rod, I can't enter. It is a crystal though, so I'll need to find one or the other eventually. Let's see, and this says Grumble Grumble. Here's the sword cave. Does he say the line? He does not say the line. But it is an old man in a cave offering you a sword, and he even has the torches on either side of him. It's really not worth picking up, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so that's Dark World Shopping Mall. In the Light Road, we have Dark Sanctuary. Ah, here's the dam. So that's one item here. Plus, this will give us another item back at the lake. Or marsh, I guess. Plus, it will open up Swamp Palace. Which was at the bomb shop. Alright, this is Eastern. I was going to say, why am I in Pod? But no, it's Eastern. It just looks like Pod because of the palette shuffle and the same basic layout of the entrance room. Kind of neat to have this music here. Kind of fits. Didn't even pick it up. Oh well. But yeah, with Tempered Sword, Red Mail, 14 hearts, I'm pretty much ready for most things, but I still need some items. Still need to find some dungeons. Yeah, Hookshot is conspicuously missing, so I can't finish Swamp without that. Fire Rod is missing. Although, we might not need the Fire Rod necessarily, just the... Actually... No, was Turtle Rock a pendant or a crystal? Forgot to pay attention. If it's a crystal, we'll need the Fire Rod to beat Trinexx. If it's not, then we might just need to find bombos to get into ice. Also, for what it's worth, the logic does take that pick any sword cave into account for logical requirements, if applicable. Left castle door leads to a cave with 2 chests. Yeah, that was the waterfall fairy. Alright, vanilla big key. I am getting not exactly low on bombs, but not full either. Right in this room? No, I don't think you start getting bombs and pots until later. I'm pretty sure there are several in Desert, but I'm not sure Eastern has any. Vanilla big key. Don't want to forget the big chest. It might be the compass, but it might be an item, and it might be a compass on boss. It's a key. So compass is on boss. And might as well not waste money shooting those because you can just slash them with the bacon sword. Those, however, you have no choice but to use arrows on them. And if you do that cleanly, you can take them out in one cycle. Alright, it's Armor's Knights again, but without the ice, which makes them even easier. As predicted, there's the compass. Alright, that's our 5th dungeon clear. Although only 4 of them are crystals. Yeah, that's all the Light World dungeons. I was going to set up a water walk, but because the Ice Rod Cave isn't there, you can't. Check what's on the island, too. I forgot to do this earlier. Heart piece. Kind of think of it, I also forgot the shop and fortune tower by Link's house. Fortune tower. I think there was a fortune tower there in the Dark World too. Or maybe a shop. Alright, this is the Bonk Rocks chest. Which reminds me, I can go check Bonk Rocks. And King's Tomb from the Dark World. That's a connector. So... okay. That's actually kind of convenient, because I was coming here anyway, but it's also kind of useless. Just some money. And Zora himself probably has junk. No, this is good. This is very good. Yeah. Alright. Let's do Bank of Sanctuary before I forget. shuffle. I guess we'll check the shuffle. Just to get it checked off the list. It's not that far out of the way, it's just kind of annoying. Okay, let's go to the front of Swamp. Can't finish it until I find the hookshot, but for all I know, the hookshot could be in there. There are probably better choices available. Yeah, Turtle Rock is a pendant, so I might not need the Fire Rod. Actually, I could go do Mire. I seriously forget to open this. Apparently so. You're sick, kid. With just money. There's more stuff I could check on the Death Mountain, too. And I never checked the back of the Old Man Cave, either. So we have the Water Ray music in the Water Dungeon. Yeah, there is a rail clip you can use to bypass needing to hit that water thing up there, but I'm pretty sure you need the hookshot for it, and I also don't know the setup, but it has to do with having a bomb propel you into that railing so you can hookshot to the statue. And if you do that, you don't even need the hammer. But again, you need the hookshot, and you need to actually know what the setup is, which I don't. The map as we wait around in grape juice. I guess I can do Diver Down. That'll make this a little less unpleasant. You want to go through the doorway in the middle of the explosion. So it kind of freezes in time. There we go. I find that much easier to do with the cane block than with the bomb. Yeah, the explosion gets kind of frozen in time so that when you go through the door, it flips the state of the switch. course, without the hookshot, we have to do this the long way for both chests, instead of hookshotting across to get one from the other. I'm not too concerned how it damaged with red mail. And so what, 16 hearts now? With the switch flipped, we can go to the right here to get this chest, which is why you always need to remember to flip that switch back. But there is nothing of interest. Alright, what else can we do? Meyer was at Race Game, so let's go over there. It would be preferable to have several arrows for that, but they're certainly not needed. Yeah, with the boots, you can bonk across that. Yes, you can use arrows on them. Bombs don't work, most other weapons will. And Zeal pals for this, that works. There's Fire Rod. So that gives us Ice Palace access, that gives us the back entrance of Skull Woods. Come to think of it, I haven't been to there yet, even the main part of Skull. I was kind of hoping to get the Fire Rod first, so they could do that all at once. So this will work out pretty well. And yeah, you need to flip the switch to get there without using keys. Stop getting hit by everything. There's Big Key. But there could still be stuff upstairs. But what else do I actually need? Hookshot. I think that's it. Yeah, you need to wait for the block to start moving before you try to shoot through it. Yes, I know that. I already have it. I kind of have to already have it. Oh no, that's not true. So I could have... I got here from Mirror, so this is technically Light World. Yeah, nothing in cutscene chest. There's the hook shot. So boing boing is a go. Yeah, I think I'm in go mode. Except for, I'm not sure if I actually know where all the dungeons are. Let's just open these last 2 chests just in case. It's a lot of fun. Should have plenty of magic, but let's grab it anyway. There will be no speaky action. It's not impossible in Entrance Shuffle, but it is trickier to set up. And I'm not sure I know exactly how to do it in the first place, so, yeah. Alright, no cape, no cane, so we don't have invincibility stretch, but I mean, with red mail and this many hearts. Alright, I got a bit careless, but really, with this much stuff, it's a pushover. And a compass. So, we need that crystal. Okay, Mire is now clear. I can go back and clear Swamp. I'm kind of surprised it let that work. Yeah, it just needs Swamp and Ice, and then we're good to go. Oh, and Ganon's Tower. Because Ganon is in the pyramid, and you need to clear Ganon's Tower to open that. If Ganon wasn't in the pyramid, then in Entrance Shuffle, you don't actually need to clear Ganon's Tower. So this should be pretty quick. Yeah, and I never found the big key, so I'm not going to bother with the big chest. except as a hookshot target. That's not quite it. That was a little awkward, but it worked. And here's silvers in the big G. Yeah, pretty much the only thing I could win at this point is another sword. So I might as well grab things that are on path. There's flute. That could be a convenience, but it's not a necessity. It could have been if we didn't have access to Mire area and there was anything in Mire area, but we do have access to Mire area, so it's a bit redundant. Nice and quick with Temper Sword. Didn't quite get off the second shot. Still an easy kill. There's the mitts, which we don't need. Alright, need to go do ice. And then back to Ganon's Tower. This one, I think. Yep, here's ice. And we will ice break this dungeon and race to the boss. Because why wouldn't you? Actually, I don't even need to clear this room, so... There are other setups. I found that one works well for me. Yeah, if you're curious, you can check the archives. I have a video explaining how I do that and all the setup and stuff. Curious what this says. I don't think it would. I mean, as long as I'm here, I guess I'll check the big chest. It's not that far out of the way. I will need the cane because I didn't flip the switch to get the rock down here. But really, that's trivial. I guess this music kind of has an icy sound to it. Alright, no bombos, so I need to use Fire Rod. Didn't quite keep them clumped together, but with Tempered Sword, this is no big deal. Tempered Sword and Fire Rod. Even better. Okay, so that should be all the crystals. So I just need to go back to... Yeah, where was Agatar or Afghanistan again? Desert Main. Yeah, you can tell that the music has changed, so that means I have all the crystals. Yeah, let's go activate that flute, because it will be probably the easiest way to get to Mire. Not necessary, but otherwise I'll have to go through several connectors again, and who wants to do that? Herb. And because I don't have the book, I have to get to the desert entrance this way. Yeah, I do have the big key. Yeah, there might be more stuff in the basement, but nothing I really care about. Lava's first phase. Okay. Not press in their direction. Subway arrows, I think, cost 50. Yeah. Supposed to turn around. Switch back to regular arrows for now to save money if I decide to shoot anything. like this. That was a bit of luck, but it works. Getting bullied. On the frozen root here. Yeah. Let's just use Fire Rod. Alright, the room where you really want the king. Quite satisfying. That's not right. This room I'm not as good at, but good enough. It's a nice little bonk to do that easily. Got Load Orm 2. That's better. I missed the cave. That might have come in handy a while ago. It's not quite useless now, but not super useful either. But it might have come in handy here. Alright, now just Agatu and Ganon to deal with. I guess Magus Battle makes sense here. One hit. Huh. Guess the alignment was bad. I think I'm at 3 hits. Kinda disappointed that last one didn't hit him. And the Aussie laugh. Just the big left. Start your day smiling with the delicious whole grain crackers created for your incredible insides. Must not be hitting him enough. On to phase 3. Where we wait for him to stop teleporting so we can slash him. Which makes him jump up, which makes the 4 break. Ah, that was just bad. I guess it makes sense this music will be here. Is this anything interesting? No, just league winners from Season 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. B1? Yep. Team Sugoi. Alright, so I have to start the fight over. I didn't get it. I find hook speed much easier to do than spin speed. Still didn't get the 1 cycle? Yeah, hitting here extra times does nothing really. But can be fun to test your timing. I didn't hit him before he got the fire bite out. Okay, I think I have a fairy. Well, we're about to find out. Okay, good. Oh, come on. Alright, where was Potion Shop? Not that far away, actually. Let's go buy some potions. should not be having difficulty with Ganon with this equipment. Eh. Alright, it's not the bomb shop, it's the bonk rocks next to the bomb shop. Oh, I'm dangerously low on money after wasting all those silver arrows. Huh. I don't really have a good way to make more except air game. I can at least catch a fairy. Okay, let's go back in. And if I get knocked off this time, I'm just going to go ahead and rewind. Yeah, red mail helps, but it does not make you invincible. And that's a whiff. And I'll just have to finish him off with spins. There we go. And I did have a green potion in case I needed it. But we're done. Ganon is down, and it is amazing how fast you can burn through your money with silver arrows. We got the music box music. And then this music. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Loyal Priest, Sandalwood. Vultures rule the desert. Up, up, and away. Never did check that entrance. Your uncle recovers your house. Walk stick. Yeah, that's one way to describe the Gush Cane. Mecha leka hi, mecha heini heini ho. Destitute boy has lunch again. Sailor Moon reference. I guess they had money this time. That's not surprising, considering how much more money is in the pool with arrows turned into money. Fossil of Man. No comment. And there was a mirror shield on the pedestal. Okay. And of course we have the ending music for the ending. Or sprite by Spiffy. Half an hour to get a sword, almost an hour and a half to get Pegasus boots, over 2 hours to get the flute, not that it mattered that much. 15-minute mirror is nice though. On Sworgless, 1 fighters, 2 mastered, 7 tempered. Damage taken, more than should've. Magic, bonk, save and quit, deaths, 1 revive. 147 out of 216, 235 time. Yeah, that looks about right. Yep, that was Retrance. I think I will check the spoiler log later to see where that last sword was, but otherwise, didn't really miss anything of any significance. 1 bottle. This music is so good. Almost feel guilty talking over it. Anyway. Yeah, if you want to see more Zelda, there's all sorts of actual competitive stuff available on YouTube with people who are significantly better at it than I am. If you want to see others I've done, for whatever reason, they're all in the archive. I have some glitches explanations, I have some other stuff. All sorts of other games I've been playing and I'm in the middle of. And next week, I don't know. I'm thinking there's, yeah, I'm blanking on what it's called, but someone made a roguelike, Link to the Past based game that I've been meaning to try out, so I'm thinking I might do that. Guess it's out of the way. Yeah, but what's that called? Is it? No. Dungeons of Infinity. It's called Dungeons of Infinity. I should check if there's a newer version since I downloaded it. I'm at 1.1.6. But yeah, that seemed interesting, and I'm thinking about checking and seeing how it plays. Anyway. Yeah, feel free to check out the archives and anything else you're interested in. Until next week, enjoy your weekend. I'll just let the music finish out and then I'll end the stream.